Boom, we're live. Welcome to another episode with Chilling with the G's. Today I'm gonna be with Sebastian. Only we have two missing G's, but it doesn't matter. The commitment's still the same. We're gonna keep going and moving forward. We just wanted to, open up this discussion today, kind of generally, kind of what we were talking about the last time with Chilling with the G's. Again, this is just like a little intro, just for you guys to understand. We just want to make like this, little different format for you guys, so you can, of course, listen to us, ask questions if you really, are having like questions about specific things. We want to go in depth, but mostly we just want to talk about the lessons that we have learned through, this quarantine, COVID, Corona, however you guys want to call it. But Corona time. But I really just, see it as a great time for, prosperity if you really look for it. So I just want to get started with my
first let's have a toast.
Oh yeah, let's have a toast. Salud.
Salud.
So as you can see, this is just like super informal, but that's why the reason why we want to make it, just to make sure that you guys can relate, because we don't want to make you guys think that only people with suit and tie can do this. This is just like another Saturday afternoon for us, and just like a little precious time that we have to share with you guys. And we just wanted to talk about specific lessons that we've learned. And probably something that I can start with is just like focusing. And that's a lot of different things that we sometimes struggle with. And focus is something really important in any space in life. It could be professionally, it can be personally, it can be with your relationships, with how you manage yourself in space and time. But I definitely seen that, and come to realize that how important it is to focus on specific things that you want, because if you don't do it, you might just be spread around like too thin, all the different things that you do. And I've learned like something really important with what we have done. It's kind of really just outlining and focusing in what we really wanted to achieve during this time. And I believe this has been just like another way that we can prove to you guys and to ourselves that it's always about focus and how you can leverage this for your life, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's in order to. I think we need to cover a little bit for the wind. We don't have the windshield. I just ordered new windshields. It's that we lost the windscreen. It's called. I ordered more on Amazon. But basically, yeah, man. You basically need to become a superhuman to be able to do everything at the same time. It's like you gotta become like, I don't know, like Superman or something. Because I've also tried to see like what is the sweet spot, like how many things can I handle at the same time. And it's usually not more than 2 or 3. I mean, ideally it should be 1, honestly.
Yeah, of course.
And I was also speaking with my brother today morning, and we were talking about, that you should have like ideally also like 1 mentor for area of your life. So for instance, if you're gonna achieve, if you want to get shredded, right, in fitness, you shouldn't be following 3 guys to get shredded. You should have like 1 mentor for your fitness goals. Then if you are investing, 1 mentor for investing, another one for e-commerce, and so on and so forth. Because if not, I feel like while most people can give a lot of good advice, it can also be like super confusing.
Yeah.
And I was also thinking about, now that I'm like starting to get into like investing and stocks and all that stuff, I was gonna order a few books, and I basically put on Google top 10 books or something like that, and I said, should I order, I don't know, the top 5 from different authors, or maybe should I just stick to maybe studying Warren Buffett and his mentor? So I said, you know what, I feel everyone's gonna say a different thing, so it's better just to like stick to to stick to 1 mentor, and also focus on 1 business model, or focus on 1 thing at a time at like every area of your life. I feel it's so important.
It's super important. And just to chime in with what you were talking about, it's super important that even though like we're marketers, and of course Sebastian said the best way that you can actually achieve it is just by doing 1 thing, but of course life doesn't allow you generally sometimes to only focus on 1 thing. So something that has allowed me to learn a lot from how to manage my time, and not to spread my, let's say, my time too thin. It's getting organized. Like at the beginning of the week, okay, this is my week, I have to do this, and this, and focusing on your power list. So that's kind of the only way that you can find the right tools for you to use for yourself. Because if you really think of it like, okay, I wake up every single morning, okay, the first thing that generally people do, okay, I'm hungry, or I'm gonna take a shower, or I'm gonna go to the gym, and they just don't do that consistently through every single day, or they just don't map out So they're not, let's say, constructive entrepreneurs. They're more reactive entrepreneurs. That they just go, they dive in head first to whatever they're doing in their day, and you don't have a structure, and you don't know, like, even if clients or people that you're talking to, they're even like pulling you to the sides, and you're not allowing yourself to really focus and get the stuff they really need to do at the moment, right?
Actually, it's nice you say that, because in that same conversation with my brother, he told me something that he's gonna start doing, which I'm also gonna start doing, and that is that every single day, you basically define what you were able to achieve and what you failed on, so that you're able to improve it. Because every day you are able to write, like, man, I faced this obstacle, this problem, and this is how I fixed it. You're always moving towards your goal. You're never like, because I feel like sometimes, even if you have a power list, and let's say you have 5 tasks, and every single day you accomplish the 5 tasks, but you could probably just go in a straight line, never really take massive progress. Yeah, I mean, so it's important, like the power list, but also to define, okay, what did I struggle with today, and how did I fix that, and also what was I able to achieve. So even if I was able to achieve 100 views on YouTube, nice, before you achieve 20. And I feel like everything is a matter of like being very aware of these things that we're talking about. Like, you should be aware that you are losing focus. You should be aware that you get distracted easily, or maybe you should be aware that you're achieving your power list but not really getting massive momentum. So it's like my notebook really helps.
No, for sure. And with this, guys, like, these are just basically our thoughts. We're not saying that you have this, but something that like has helped you, has helped me, has helped our businesses, has helped everybody that we live in the house. It's just the fact that we look for structure in our life, that we're just not like in limbo, like a captain without a ship, and we are always doing it, and we're always finding ways to improve ourselves, number one, because if you're not right, or if you're not like feeling good, how are you going to be able to develop or even execute at the top of your capabilities? So it's always about, of course, like, this is what helps us. Of course, we're not gonna say that this is a cookie cutter like recipe for you guys to implement. Try it, you never know. And that's the best way that we've been able to find those things, is just like trying them, see how you feel, how you react, how you can start like finding the right solutions to your issues in the day-to-day situations. For example, some people can be just unorganized, some other people, they just don't have time management, some other people, they just don't have a schedule, some people, they just react to anything that people tells them on WhatsApp or messages, or they just focus on email and communication. At the end of the day, what do you do in your day? Just like, we're stranded, and you never took action on what you really needed to do. So it's just like, basically, this conversation, guys, is just like finding ways and tools and structures for you guys to just improve yourselves, improve your game, improve your life. Because if we don't start thinking from the smallest things, and again, like, this doesn't have to do anything with e-commerce, affiliate marketing, CPA marketing. That's why we're not even bringing it to the discussion, because this is more about the time that you use for yourself to grow and find new things to achieve, right? Because if not, you're just going to be spinning in circles, and that's the number one thing that we don't want you guys to be doing. If you're spinning in circles, you have to stop and ask yourself why you're spinning in circles, because if not, you're just going to keep doing it.
Yeah, no, and also I feel it's good to like stop taking action and analyze things, because you can take action all your life, let's say executing a power list, or you could take action recording videos and everything, but if you never kind of like take a break and say, okay, is this aligned with my final outcome? And maybe you're just doing things, like, sometimes, like, I feel we feel very productive when we do a lot of things, right? Humans in general, like, you do a lot of things, you feel productive, but sometimes doing a lot of things is not necessarily aligned with the goal. And also I feel it's important to like kind of like know yourself, because maybe work better at night. I'm horrible at working at night. I'm crap at night, literally. I'm good in the mornings, so I try to get my things done, the most important things done in the mornings, but at night, man, I prefer to sleep, chill, and watch Netflix, maybe.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I know that tomorrow in the morning I'm gonna be at perfect state.
And again, like, yeah, Basically what Sebastian is talking about is just like super important because he knows the areas and during his day that he's the most productive, and he focuses the most important tasks that he needs to do during that specific moment in time. And like, I also like to waking up early in the morning, but there are like for example different things that I like to do in the evenings, not because I want, it's because there are some moments during the evening that I might find like some peace, for example, from the telephones, messages, emails, notifications, etc. And for example, this past Monday I was recording content and videos. Like I really waited for 9 p.m. started working, and I just recorded a bunch of videos, did it by myself. But the reason why I really did it and liked it, it's because I had no one bothering me. First of all, I already was finished with everything that I had to do during my day, but I just really wanted to, go that extra mile that of course, not a lot of people do it, but we strongly recommend you to do. It's just like keep pushing yourself, because if you know that you can, you're gonna keep moving forward. Even though you feel like, oh my god, I feel so tired, and exactly that's how I felt after having dinner. Like I ate pasta and I was like, oh my god, I'm so full. Oh, let me just go to sleep and I'll do it tomorrow. I was like, fuck that. Let me just like drink a coffee. Let me get prepared, and boom, I recorded 11 videos in one evening, edited them during the rest of the week, and boom, scratch from the list. So it's more about, again, like really growing yourself, finding the right tools that can help you, because at the end of the day, it can help me, it can help you, it can help any other. But again, this is more about you finding that with yourselves, because at the end of the day, what we really want you guys to know is that anything can be done if you plan, if you brainstorm, and you execute it. Because if not, you're just gonna be doing what you're told, and that's exactly what we don't want to do. You need to be proactive, and proactive minds are always looking. They're always curious, and they're always looking for things. And that's kind of what at least has allowed me, and I believe you, to achieve like new milestones in during this year. Like even though, like for example, last year we never thought about doing what we're doing right now. It's just the reason why we don't even think of it, it's because we're just executing in our vision, that we're just along the journey, we're just growing from every single thing that's been going on. But at the same time, we go always to our principles. We are always keeping bringing ourselves back to focus, bringing us to our routines, bringing us to our structure, to our schedule, because at the end of the day, that's kind of the only way that you're gonna have, like, let's say, like bones on your body. You're gonna just be like a bunch of tissue just like laying around, and
Yeah, you need a. You need a
like the chassis of your body.
You need a structure. I mean, you need a structure, because like before, when I thought about building an online business when I was in high school and I was not making any money, I was like, yeah man, when I live life on my terms, I'm gonna do anything I want. I'm gonna wake up at 2 p.m. Then I'm gonna hit the gym, and then I'm gonna do some work and be in the beach, right? And then once I started doing this full time, I did completely the opposite.
Like the hustle stage.
No, it was either I structure myself or I'm not gonna make it, because there needs to be a structure. Even if you have like a chilled out lifestyle, there needs to be some structure, so that if you say, all right man, I'm starting to wake up at 11 a.m. and it's late, I need to go back to 7 a.m. So that you kind of like, if you're going this path and you start going to the right, then you go back. Yeah, like a structure. And I feel a lot of people benefit from information online, let's say influencers that help people with mindset and things like that. But at the same time, I feel like here's why I'm bringing this. Like, a lot of people are confused when they see so many people online telling them to do this routine: wake up at 4, wake up at 9, work at night, work in the morning, or maybe follow this routine for success, or do this. And people are wondering, like, man, like, all these people are successful, like, who do I follow? And I wondered that myself. I was like, is it Gary Vee, or is it Grant, or is it this other dude? Like, they're pretty different. And in the end, it's like grabbing a little bit from everyone, right? You take the positive things from Grant, you take the positive things from this other dude, and then you ask yourself, how am I? And then you kind of like create a structure based on yourself with the tips from other people.
Based on your style.
Yeah, on your style.
Yeah, and that's super important that you're bringing this up, because like, the worst thing that you can do is just follow someone so much that you become them. Like, yes, you become them, or like a copycat of that person. and that's not helping you. That's actually making you, I don't want to say like in those terms, but sometimes you can maybe look like a fool, because like you're not being yourself, and at the end of the day, the only thing that is gonna really make you what you are, it's yourself. So it's good to like for you to go learn and like you said, like pick the right things that you think are good for yourself, but always like keep your essence, guys. Like you have to keep your essence, and of course like this goes again by knowing yourself. But again, there's so much information online, and even people who are watching, they might be thinking, oh, like, are these guys telling us the truth, or these guys are just like a scammers, or these guys are like talking crap just because they want. No, the reason why we're here, it's because we're breaking down situations like in life, not even in business, that can get you ahead, give you a competitive advantage on the market. Because I am 100% sure that less than 50% of people care for these things.
Yeah.
They're only like, oh yeah, I want to make money. Yeah, everybody wants to make money, but how are you gonna make money?
Yeah, you need to do these things to make money.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like looking from within, and like starting from the moment when you wake up, like feeling grateful, grateful. I have a home, I have a job, I have a family, I'm healthy, I can do things. Like there are places on earth right now that they're afraid because they don't know if they're gonna live the next. Like they are afraid because they're dropping bombs on their heads, and people that are just I don't want to go and become like controversy here, but the actual way that an average person lives their life is good, but we're always finding ways to complain because we want so much that we sometimes don't stop and smell the roses. That's just connecting to what you said, that you're sometimes doing so much that if once you stop, you say, oh my god, I did so much and achieve little, but at the same time and this is the worst for me, I never enjoyed the process.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like also, like for instance, you gotta like Fabian said, find your essence, because find your essence and enjoy the journey. Because like for instance, I remember when I was hearing the online gurus and they were saying, you gotta dress for success, you gotta wear a suit and a tie. And I said, man, I gotta be successful. Yeah. And then I realized I started dressing nicely when I was in my house and recording videos with my nice shirt and everything. And then I realized, man, like I don't feel comfortable in this. Like, I feel if I just dress how I want to dress, people will relate more, because they're like, he just doesn't give a shit. He's like dressing. So it's been a long time since I dressed fancy for a video, for instance. So it's like, and I enjoy this. Like for instance, I like to be in my sandals, comfortable, in shorts, and it's just like my own little process. And I feel people have to find their own little process as well. Yeah, man. I mean, I feel we should start wrapping up. We're gonna go to the scooter ride.
The scooter ride. Let's go.
I think we have some light.
Yeah, we have some light. It's a beautiful afternoon here.
Yeah, we're gonna go ride our scooters, watch the sunset, and yeah.
Well, guys, hope you're finding all this information valuable. Again, like we're just breaking down conversations. This is not like written in stone. The only reason why we're actually doing this, it's because we wanna open your mind to new possibilities with yourselves, not with business. Like this is just like a average conversation, and things that we've learned throughout our years of doing this. Of course, like we're not perfect. We will never be perfect.
I am.
But at the same time, I really feel that just being open, being willing to be vulnerable and talk about these things, it's not like something that a lot of people are even willing to do. And like just being this is just like it means that we want to step up our game and really show you guys that we're just average dudes. We're regular people, and if we're doing whatever we can with our lives and you guys are finding it interesting, you guys can do it too. So it's just a proven example that anything you want in life is achievable if you really want to fight for it. So guys, thank you so much for your time. Another Chilling with the G session number 2. Hope to see you in the next one. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you, guys.
Have an amazing evening and pura vida. Boom.